For over 10 years, the video game championships have been in the double battle format. And because of this, the move Protect has seen ubiquitous use. In any Regulation Set C event, you only have to spend a few seconds looking at the top tier players' teams to see how widespread Protect is. So why is this move, that does no damage or gives you any kind of boost, so useful? On the face of it, using Protect on any given turn stops that Pokemon from being affected by your opponent's moves, whether physical, special, or status. But then what about the next turn? You're in the same situation, right? Wrong. For one, Protect cannot be reliably used twice in a row, and two, the rest of the game state has now likely changed and your Pokemon finds itself in either a better or worse position. It all comes down to how you use this move. For example, your Baxcalibur might be threatened by a Fluttermane's Moonblast that can take a one-hit knockout. Now, your Baxcalibur using Protect is one way to get around this. While it does so, its partner Pokemon, let's say a Palafin, can go for Wave Crash to get the knockout on the Fluttermane, thus removing the danger to Baxcalibur for the following turn. Alternatively, if the partner Pokemon isn't strong enough to get that knockout, you could switch it out into a different Pokemon which can then help the following turn while Baxcalibur protects. One great switch could be into a Talonflame, which can then go for Tailwind the next turn to allow Baxcalibur to outspeed the Fluttermane and use an attack before it can even move. Protect is also handy for stalling out temporary effects. Your opponent's Pelipper may have set the Rain up with its Drizzle ability. This boosts the power of water moves and reduces the power of fire moves, and thus can help its partner Amoonguss withstand your Arcanine's Flare Blitz. But what if you're in a position where there's only one turn left of Rain? On the next turn, when the rain has gone, not only will your Arcanine threaten the Amoonguss with a knockout, but it might also be able to survive a Hydro Pump from the Pelipper itself. An often overlooked aspect of Protect is the impact it has in the current open team sheet format of Regulation C. In other words, your opponent knows which of your Pokemon can use Protect. This means that your opponent can never safely target an attack into one of your Pokemon that has this move, because you could choose to Protect on any given turn. So there may be a turn where your opponent might not target this Pokemon even though they could take a knockout. Without even using the move, your Pokemon is all the safer. So, how do you get around opposing Pokemon with Protect? Self-targeting status moves are particularly useful here, as you can use them whether your opponent protects or not. And used in the right situation, you can actually get even more benefit out of such moves precisely if your opponent does protect. For example, recently we saw EUIC finalist Gabriel Agati Madeira running the move Substitute on his Palafin. This deters opponents from using Protect in front of it, because if they do, Palafin could freely go for Substitute, making it even harder to knock out than before. You can also boost up in front of a Protect with moves like Swords Dance or Nasty Plot, or go for a speed control option such as Tailwind or Trick Room. All of these moves and more punish an opponent protecting. Finally, there are a few attacking moves that can hit through Protect. The most notable of these is Feint. It's a relatively weak move, but not only does it allow the user to hit through Protect, it also breaks the Protect for the rest of the turn, allowing the partner Pokemon to follow up with a big attack. So, although there are ways around it, the value of Protect cannot be overstated. With its potential to turn a losing position right into a winning one whenever it's clicked, it is imperative for any trainer to respect every effect of Protect.